The operating system is different.
Yeah, I need to learn that. I never used Mac.
Mac is very easy.
I got it for 790.
That's pretty good.
i5 processor with 4 GB RAM and 128 GB hard drive.
Okay, here we have a bank that has a 10 million loan that is 120 days loan. 120 days loan means that the person has not paid the loan in 120 days. So it's a bad loan already, okay? And already has placed in non-accrual, that it's not accruing interest. The bank has the following options. Then we have a 10 million loan, and what we have options. The first option is to settle the loan for 6 million. So the company tells us, okay, bank, if you take a 4 million loss, I'll pay you 6, and let's call it a day. I go home, you go home, you lose 4, and I'll give you 6. The second option is to sue the company, and you expect to recover 8 million over 4 years, net of legal expenses, and you estimate that your discount for this is 8%. Okay, so this is alternative 1, cash, today. Alternative 2, you fight, you sue, and you expect to recover 8 million, but this is not certain, but you have a discount of 8%. I mean, that discount means that's the probability of winning, the risk, everything. And the third one is you structure a workout where the debtor pays nothing for 2 years. So you have year 1, year 2, and they pay 0, 0, and then 0.5 per year, 0.5 million till year 9.
Year 9 is the year 11.
Yeah, sorry, year 11. Here you get 5.5, right? You get 5 million at the end of the 11th year. And you assign this a 10% discount. Okay, this one is the typically that I say it's easier just to Nigeria decide Argentina. So just use Excel. Because in Excel you can put the years and then do the present value as well. If you use the calculator, you need to do 2 steps. So let's do this one. You don't have to do anything. You have 6 million, correct?
Yes.
The second one, it's very simple. The second one, you want to know what is the present value. You have future value. It's equal to
8 million.
8 million.
Discount.
You have this discount, and I say what was the
N is 4 years.
discount is 8%, and N is 4 years, and payment is 0 because we are not doing anything, and we get a present value. So we say, we take the calculator, we say 8 million, future value, 0 payments, we know that interest is 8, we know that 4 is the years, and compute present value, and we get 5 million, 5.89 million. Okay? So first, the first thing you say is, well, I'm not gonna do this because I can I can do this and that's better.
You
So
get 6
this one
million.
has a present value of less. Okay? So this one doesn't look attractive. Plus we have to fight. What if we get less? Intuitively,
That
the
is
discount
uncertain,
rate
yeah.
should reflect that, but you don't know, okay? For the workout, you have to do like 9 years and then bring it to 2 years that you pay nothing. There's two ways to do it. I don't know, in the calculator he uses, you can use the cash flow thing that you can do it each cash flow. Or you can do it in 2 steps. Or you can do it in Excel. My preferred is Excel. And I would just put 11 years every cash flow. And in Excel, just remember one thing. It's very, very important. If you have in year 0 amounts that you have to put here, you don't have to. But if you have to, remember in Excel to do it from year 1 and then just add the year 0 amount. Because Excel discounts every single observation. Okay, if you do it in the calculator in these two steps, you can actually say
You need to calculate present value at year
present
two.
value here and then
Year two.
bring it exactly
Yeah.
here and then bring it to
To
year 0.
0.
That's another way to do it. And if we do it that way, you could say future value is going to be equal to 5 million. Payments. Here I'm dividing the payments with the future value, right? Because this is 5 plus 0.5 of payment. When you do it, you just put 0.5 of payments. And we have
Why? Why did you take 5.5 in the 9/11th year?
no. When you do it in the calculation this way, this is a payment. And the calculator already assumes that you're going to get that. So you say payment 0.5, you have n, it's going to be equal to 9, and then discount is equal to 10%, and you want the present value. And if we do that, we get 5 future value, 500,000 payment, interest, and compute present value. Well, actually, it's easier because we get 5 million present value. And then we discount that 2 years. Actually, we didn't even have to do this because remember, this is par, right? 10%. Our discount is 10%, and 0.5 of 5 million is 10%. When the coupon is the same, it's par. So we didn't even have to do that. You can only take 5 million as future value, payment 0, interest 10, 2 years, correct? Compute present value, and we get it exactly the same as he got, 4.13 million. So here we get 4.13 million. So all options are less than the cash settlement. So what will we recommend? Well, we recommend the bank to try and negotiate with the company a better settlement. You don't take 6 million, you try to get 7 million or a little bit better. But this option is better than the other two.
What did you take the interest rate for 2 years? 10%?
Yeah, 10% is what they say. So you have a 5 million future value, 0 payment, 10% interest,
Everything.
n is equal to 2, the present value is equal to 4.13.
4.13?
Yeah.
In Excel.
So the best
You
option
can do it
is
in
to
Excel or you can do it in the calculator in the 2 steps. Ooh, Argentina 3, Nigeria 2.
Partidazo.
Okay. So this is this example, the workout. He will definitely have one of those, for sure, because we went over this in class. He has it in the worksheet, and these are easy points. All those present value should be easy points because it's not different than the present value we did with him in the first course. It's just, the way it's presented is different, but you just have to do present value or time value of money. Okay, the number 2 and number 3, we saw it in,
So the formulas are pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
The only question I had was, he said 120 basis points for 3 years.
yeah, the
The-
3 years.
So, but when when he took the formula, he said 1 minus e for its rate, right? It should be 1.2, but he took 0.012. I don't know why he took that way. While he's
1.012, yeah. It's 120 basis points.
120 basis points is divided by 100, right? That's where you convert it to percentage.
It's divided by,
It should be 1.2%.
yeah. So that is equal to 1.012.
Okay. I got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah.
the two methods: the simple method, that is the one that is asking number 2, and the Altman-C probability method, right? So basically, in the simple method, you say
PD equal to
it's going to be the probability, not of the fault. Remember that here we have two things: probability of survival,
And default.
and default, right?
Yes.
The simple formula or approximation tells you that the probability of survival is going to be equal to 1 minus the spread on the swap to n, to the number of years in this case. So here we have, they tell us it's 120 basis points spread for 3 years. So the probability of survival, approximately, it's going to be 1 minus 0.012 to the 3. And that will give us 96.44%. And this, how do we get then the probability of default? 1 minus this. So the probability of default will be 3.56%.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Just the difference. Now, this is an approximation. There is a better one.
How did you get 3.5? It's a Z of that.
No.
One less.
This is
one-
96% of survival.
Okay.
So what is the other outcome?
It's 1 minus of that.
Yeah, and that's 3.56. So if you have probability of survival 96%, you have 4% probability of not surviving or defaulting. Okay. So that's in the simple way. In the formula that we saw that goes like one step forward.
One minus equal.
Okay, the formula that takes into account the one who takes into account the recovery rate, the formula is probability of default is equal to 1 minus E. Erase this. 1 minus E to the minus spread of the swap times n, and this is then divided by the 1 minus the recovery rate.
Is it for 3 or for 2?
This
It's 2.
this is, he asks you, if you assume a recovery rate of 30, then what is the probability? So we do the same. We say 0.012 negative times, it was 3 years, and that is to the e divided by 0.7 negative plus 1.
You put in Excel. Right.
Yeah, in Excel is a lot easier.
Right, that's it.
Uh,
For 5 miles. Walk for 5 miles.
Bueno. Yesterday? Very good.
Like this pain. My knee actually.
Okay, yeah, so you get 5.05. So here, we just plug in the formula. And then if we plug in, we say 1 minus e to the minus 0.012 times 3. And this is divided by 1 minus 0.3. And then if we plug in, we get 5.05. So this is already we're calculating the probability of default. So the probability of default is 5.05%. The Altman,
So one is we are getting less, one we are getting more. One we are getting is 0.05, another we got 0.03.
503, well.
yeah, in this one, we're getting a little bit higher probability of default, because if you put 0 recovery rate, the probability of default will be the same. So here, the probability, the recovery rate influences the probability of default.
Okay.
Where do you compare it? That one with that one?
Yes.
The Altman, well, how the Altman is calculated, there's a multiple regression there in the slides. But once you have the Altman, and it's the Altman C, the probability 1 minus the probability of default, or this is equal to the probability of survival, it's going to be equal to e to the c divided by 1 plus e to the c. So basically, they tell us the ratio or the C ratio of some companies, and we just plug it in. So Apple 5.6, so it's 5 e to the 5.6 divided by 1 plus e to the 5.6, and to this we put a negative plus, minus 1 negative, and we get the probability of default. I mean, you just plug it in and do the arithmetic.
Oh, so C will be
C will be the Altman C ratio. So Apple 5.6,
Oh.
Johnson & Johnson 4.2, SuperValue 1.4. So you just plug into this formula those numbers and you will get the probability of survival. You take one minus this will give you the probability of
Survival.
default. Remember that this
It's survival.
1 minus probability of default is survival.
Okay.
So the formula is giving you survival.
Right.
But if you then take what you got here and just say 1 minus this equals PD, you get the probability of default. Okay. Okay, here, well, you can hear this one is more theoretical. You can hear the recording. He went into detail. Because he say first define a problem loan and indicate fully why and how problem loans affect the financial condition of a bank.
Define problem loan. So slow loan,
Yeah, loan accrual and a structured loan.
to restructure loan, non-protective foreclosure loan.
How will it affect the condition of the bank? Well, it will impair capital and shrink the bank. This one, just listen to him. I mean, he talks stuff. It's more theoretical.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then this one I have not done it. Let's check it. That one.